Okay, I'm super psyched that we're doing this right now. We have the amazing, the talented, and I can keep on saying all that. But Shuba, thank you so very very much for your time, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
True Colors, it's beautiful, beautiful video. I just got recently intertwined with your music, and I'm very glad that I did. So thank you for that. What was like the psyche behind releasing the video and the visuals? What was that all about?
I think we were trying to tell the story of the different emotions you go through in breakups, where it's like denial and acceptance, and then you get really angry. And this is kind of capturing like the angry part of it, where you kind of start not blaming, but you just start finding these things where you're like, actually no, that was on you. And we just wanted to capture that emotional roller coaster that you go through after a breakup. But then we also wanted to highlight the fact that by the end of a breakup, sometimes you don't even really need closure anymore. I think especially like women process breakups really, really well. So, by the end of it, they don't have anything else to say because they're done. And that's kind of what happens in the video.
That point in time where I guess there was that social media virality, and everyone got to hear you, listen to you. It was fun. It was amazing. But then once you started releasing full-fledged songs and your own original content, what was that process in between like? I mean, what was the game plan there?
It was kind of a transition. Like I really had to consciously decide how I was going to go from just making content.
Sure.
That had nothing to do with my own music. So it took me some time to get comfortable with it, for sure, because I think people also take longer. Like content is goes more viral, just regular content, because it's so easy to grasp. Whereas like when you're promoting your original music, you're trying to convince someone, like you're introducing yourself to someone.
Right.
Well, that was definitely a transition, and it just takes time, but I think it's kind of working. I mean, we see it in like the people coming to my shows,
right.
And like the diversity of people that I've been able to get to those shows because of just everything that I'm doing. And then I find a lot of people at my shows aren't even coming from TikTok.
Right.
Like they just discovered me randomly.
They're fans of the actual music, yes.
Exactly, yeah.
I was just gonna ask you about the shows. I saw on your Instagram, it was at Mercury East in New York, and I don't know how I did not look at the date. I thought it was gonna be happening after this interview. I'm like, shit, I'm about to go watch her live. That'll be pretty dope. But it was June earlier this year.
But there, yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Oh, there is another show there. October.
Oh, awesome. When is that? October
1st.
Oh, lovely. Okay, October. New York City, Shuba Live. Tell me about the experience of shows live throughout the country, not just as a I don't even want to say this anymore, but like as a brown individual, but since we are two brown individuals talking, but just as an artist overall, when let's say from 0 individuals knowing you as a singer, as an artist, and now you're selling out shows and being on stage. How was that experience?
It's really rewarding. I think the New York show that I had a couple months ago quite literally like saved me. I remember I was having kind of a rough day that day, just personally, and I think just seeing the diversity of people at the show, like as soon as I got to the stage, like even before people came in, I was like, all right, well, people are coming today. I have a job to do.
Right.
And
right.
I think like that makes me realize like that's where I live, in life. Like that's my zenith, is performing in front of people. So it's quite literally my way to escape everything else, because it's up to you to entertain all these people who are coming to see you, who are buying tickets. Like, what more could you ask for?
In your bio, you mentioned music for the underdogs. Can you kind of like shed some light on that?
Yeah, I think growing up, like, because I am also brown, and just because of a lot of because I have a weird personality, because I was kind of on the nerdy side of things, like I feel like I've always been the underdog, where it's like I felt great but not good enough. I felt popular-ish but not the most popular. Like I was always in between, and I felt I always get called underrated. And I think that's why I just like to make music for people I like to make music just to whatever I make, but I write it from a place of being someone who's constantly felt like they had to prove something.
Okay, what's happening in the near future? What can we hear from you in the near future?
Just a lot of songs, a lot of videos and songs. That's really it. I think I'm working towards an album. So I'll
think you are, or are you?
I'm pretty sure I am.
Okay,
I just have to figure out some some nooks and crannies. But yeah, I think I'm getting to a point where I have a handful of songs that tell a similar world of a story. So it's just about how I want to organize that and how I see the visuals, because visuals are so important to me. And then just a lot of touring, you know, so I'm always encouraging people to sign up for my list host, because that's like the one way that I can interact with them when I'm on stage. And just, yeah, I have merch, I have new singles coming out, touring, all that.
That's awesome. I mean, the whole 9 yards. Lovely, lovely. Well, congratulations, Shuba. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And please keep doing what you're doing. We love it. Thank you very, very much.